Honey Badger verse of the day today is about God's creation, His wonder, His majesty, and how it's seen in creation. We got a river here, the Clinton River, and it's beautiful. And this is my favorite time of year, being fall. And it's Jeremiah 32:17. Oh, sovereign Lord, you have made the heavens and the earth by your great power and outstretched hands. Is anything too difficult for you? And when we see nature, we realize the deists weren't right. Creation isn't like a watch that's been turned and just goes on itself, but God's hand is involved in creation. We see it with the whole story of redemption, even with the birth of Isaac. It says Sarah laughed in Genesis 18:14, and the Lord said to her, is anything too hard for God? And I love being out in nature, because when we see beauty like this, we realize that God can do all things. We realize that as the leaves change and the seasons change, that God's doing a new work in the land, and He's working on people's hearts and people's minds, and He's transforming our lives into His glory. Even the honey badger shows us perseverance. And I love Job 37:14. Listen, Job, stop, consider God's wonder. And one translation says, look at God's creation. And we look at God's creation, even when we're suffering, we realize that His hand is involved. We realize that God loves His creation and He's working on our behalf. And in the comments below, share your favorite spots in nature. Maybe it's a place where you went camping as a kid. For me, Silver Lake when I was a kid and the sand dunes were one of my favorite spots in nature. And also Kentucky. I love Natural Bridge and the awesome things God has created. And I want us to go out in nature and stop and consider God's wonder and realize that God's hand is outstretched and it's created the heavens, the earth, and He's able to do all things and make everything beautiful in its seasons.